Video 4.4, Leading by Example, the Work-Life Balance. As I mentioned before, we have far more control over our time than we allow ourselves to believe. I also talked about the vision of a perfect work-life balance not being achievable, as we don't just turn things off and on like they're faucets. Our lives transcend through different facets. In this module, you will be reading about tips for a better work-life balance, and these tips will just help you to guide in finding what works for you. It's important to remember that you don't have to get to the stage of burnout to start setting boundaries with work and creating time for self-care. Scale your rest to your stress. When you take on more responsibility and when problems continue to arise, increase your mental and physical recovery sessions. Take a few more 5-minute breaks each day and do something that is just for you. Take a walk around the block. Enjoy a cup of coffee. Stretch, breathe, listen, watch some comedy. During a crisis, your stress level is going to rise, so it's important to increase your rest. Be realistic about expectations of you at work or home. As a business owner and leaders, we add another layer of pressure that we already have from home and colleagues. And you have to relieve this pressure on yourself by changing your game plan and communicating clearly about what you can accomplish and what you can't. Once you relieve yourself of the voice of expectation that's running through your brain 24/7, you will feel less stressed about some of the things that you cannot get done. Positive reinforcement. When you notice your stress level rising and negative thoughts and worries increase, it's usually a good time to start with positive emotions. If you're feeling anxious, that doesn't mean nothing good is happening. You just have to look for it. Even if it's a small thing like getting up on time in the morning or the simple fact that the sun is shining, looking for just a couple small positives can help shift your outlook and your perspective. So get savvy with your time. During a crisis, you need to determine what you can delegate or eliminate. Determine what your must-dos are and what is truly optional, what you can let your staff take on, and what you can let your family do. It may not be perfect, but during a crisis, we generally must go with good enough. Tell the truth to yourself and others about what you really have control over, which are your boundaries, your self-care, and your stress management.